What's up? Welcome to the Inner City Innovators Podcast, where we will discuss marginalized communities and what it will take to bring true, lasting hope and transformation to the disadvantaged. Now, here are your hosts and hope dealers, LaShawn Montal and Ricky Aiken.
Y'all, welcome back to ICI Podcast, where we teach you how to be a hope dealer. Today's guest is Denley from Fla Var Co. FLAVARCO. Welcome, brother.
Thank you for even having me, Rick.
Let me give you that round of applause, bro.
We got the sound effects today.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Bro. Exactly. Well, for those of you who don't know, right, I don't get to get out often or as much anymore because there's not many places I feel safe when I go out to party, right? So, but the one exception I made is to Fla Var's events. Like y'all events are the only events or nightlife venue things that I go to because of the level of safety. And before I go too much into that, tell what is Fla Var, man? Let's get the people into it right away, man.
I think right there you hit the nail on the head and pretty much wrapped it up. It's a safe space.
Yeah.
Not only for just, when you hear safe space, it usually comes with like a negative connotation behind it, saying that why it doesn't need to be safe and stuff like that. Right. It's just a fully inclusive space where everybody could feel invited and feel important for an 8-hour or 6-hour period of time. And we like to promote creativity when it comes down to the talent that we showcase from our DJs, even from our hosts, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that that right there is the backbone of what Fla Var is. Of course, it's a media event company, right? Standing for Florida-bred, flavor. You know, we try to be, real razzle dazzle with it. But that's where the inception came from. But it's a safe space for all of our people. Yeah, and a place that you could be able to be yourself for that period of time. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man, because every time I'm there, man, y'all show mad love.
Oh, like you family.
Y'all really respect the work that we do, that we're trying to do. And when me and my team are on the premises, y'all take good care of us. Oh, yeah, and I appreciate that. So I want to give you a round of applause for that.
I get two round of come on.
Bro. Yeah,
2 for 2. I'm going to tell my wife, hey, I got 2 today.
You deserve it, bro. I want to ask, like, where did this vision come from, man? This vision to take these arts and these things that many young people, especially our age group, are interested in and want to promote it the way that y'all do. Where'd that come from?
That's a great question. You know, a lot of people always tend to say that I was bored, you know, and then just like, let me do something. Yeah. We saw a void in the community for that, what you just said, of safety, a safe place. Mm-hmm. Or a place where you could feel, invited, accepted, So we said that, we know there's a huge community of people out there, black, brown, white, different denominations of gender and things like that, who want a place where they could be able to showcase their art, or they have a place where they could dance freely, or a place that they could be able to skate like you were,
What a blast that was.
Yeah, it was slide through. So something that added a hint of nostalgia, you know? So that's one thing that we was like, why is that not present in our community where it is in New York, or it is in LA, or it is in Miami, which is like less than 30 miles or 40 miles away from here. And I said, why don't we just, myself, my partner, D-Dubs and Jamar was like, why don't we just do it over here? Right. And because we have the means, we have the capability, and it wasn't at the time as many venues, but we were able to make do with what we have. Right. And we tried it, and that's the thing. And I think a lot of people, and I think you could attest to this, excuse me, it shouldn't hit it out the park instantly when you do something, know? It takes time to be able to build that trust within your community. And once you gain that trust, they expect you to be consistent with that, what they fell in love with you for. And that's what thing that I would tell everybody is that stay consistent, especially if it's a passion of yours or if it's something that you see that is a necessity within your community. So that's like what you do with inner city innovators, hope dealers, is I feel like, and I think you could even chime in, is that it wasn't just like right when you said, hey, I want to help my community, everybody was like, yeah, let's rally up behind them.
I wish it worked like that, right? You hit on something. Like I always say, real change happens when the people who need it lead it. And people always assume I'm just talking about like the work we do but you saw a need in our community, and instead of complaining, instead of looking for somebody else to bring these things to the community, you all took it upon yourselves to do that, man. And I commend you for that, because
thank you.
If everybody in our community started to think that way, I think we could solve the issues of our community overnight. I think a lot of the problem is we oftentimes, we either don't want to take the risk, right? Because there's a lot of risk involved. You got to risk failure. And then when you do fail, a lot of people don't recover from that, right? So to do this, you got to be willing to take the risk to fail, and not only fail, but get back up to fall again, and to embrace that journey. And that's how I got here, bro. People look now and everything looks great. Oh, the grants are coming in. He has this super team. But there were times, bro, where I was working overnight at an emergency shelter. I was hustling all day to get the thing off the ground. I'm losing weight. I ain't got enough money to even feed myself. It was just all grind. But like you said, once you prove the concept and people finally see the vision, that's when the support comes along and you're able to do things that you weren't able to do through those struggle years.
Wow,
so I commend you for that, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that definitely, damn, that's so true. Nobody really sees the punches that you take sometimes, you know, and they suspect you. They just expect it to be just perfect the first time they see it, or they just thought that you just hit the nail on the head or you knocked it out the park instantly. But like you said, you know, just going through the struggle and really believing, because I know that you scraped yourself and got a couple bumps on the way for sure. So
and you and I have had conversations. Like I know how much you care about what y'all do as a company. Like you carry. It's time. Like I'm like, Denley, bro, you're doing good. Like this is what this season looks like. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself the grace. And now fast forward, I see you walking in it a little more comfortably. Like even earlier today before we started recording, I see you, we're not risking enough, right? That's when you know you're making art. That's when you know, like, that's the beauty of it right there. So to see you like kind of evolve through these different processes of where you are is beautiful. Let me ask you this, what year was it that y'all started?
That was great. So we did our first ever event in 2017. And that was called Scene. That was a platform that we felt that there weren't enough photography exhibitions done by and for local photographers, you know? And we found an opportunity to get a space. We had the opportunity to have a space that had an indoor gallery where they had a nice setup outside where people could congregate and hang out too. So we was like, why don't we do an event like, I hate always referencing Miami or New York, but they usually do like that in and out situation where you can hang out outside and you can actually hear what you got to say to somebody and go inside and have a good time. So we was like, let's try it over here. Now the venue was quite big, so obviously those first couple ones, it was looking kind of sketchy. It was like, yo, what y'all doing in here? With a drive-through? It was like, wow. But
hey, y'all don't take no pictures. Wait till you get a little more people.
Get that corner. Just that tight corner, you know, this individual shot. So we had our exhibitions, we had local artists being able, and obviously, as you know, and it's expensive to get wall space as an artist, you know? So we said, you know what? Yeah, we could make a couple dollars off of these artists and, you know, whatever, but we said, no way, like, let's allow them to have the opportunity to make money off their product, because, you know, that quote unquote slogan of, you know, broke artists, you know, starving artists, you know. So It was like, why just give them the opportunity to keep everything they make? All they have to do is just set up their space, and then from there we could then curate the vibes.
Right.
So then people like art, but they don't like just hanging around with the one. Like, I don't know how to talk to people, but if you have a vibe with a good DJ and everything like that, they feel better.
Yeah, and that's a great point, bro. Because it's not that I'm anti-art. It's just I'm not the type of person that's just gonna go to a museum, but if I'm at an event that y'all throwing, there's vibes, there's beautiful people, there's an intention there, and then you're showcasing art, I'm that much more interested. And then you're exposing people who probably wouldn't have known like what art was or why it was important. Now they're being exposed to it in a way that's not like in your face.
Yeah.
The pressure of like, oh, you need to know what. No, chill, have a drink. This person will walk you around. The artist is right there to tell you what the piece means. You could actually afford some of these pieces.
That part too. The affordability and accessibility, like to actually be able to own a piece of art that is numbered. And even though you may not know the artist, or this artist is probably still at the ground level, but you owning art is a sense of equity and a sense of like, you could gain generational wealth like that from just, collecting things like that. So why not do it with your local artist?
Exactly.
You don't know where that person will be coming. Come to find out, a lot of our artists that were featured at our event actually made money, and a couple of them actually gained notoriety in the industry by being one of our photographers who was featured, Julian Chrysler. He's LeBron James, Coco Golf, all those people premier, like they're the exclusive photographer. Then we have T Dangy, who's YG's, and used to be Nipsey. All these people, photographers. So a lot of them took off after. So it's like, oh, I wish I had a print by this, but you had the opportunity. So you never know who is the next Basquiat.
Absolutely.
It could be right next to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, speaking of Basquiat, who are a few of your favorite local artists or artists that you've gotten to work with? And I know there's so many, so I won't put you on the pressure to name them all, but if you had a short list of your favorite local artists, who would they be?
Okay, local artists, and that is different mediums, so I could do photography, acrylic. Okay, then local artist, for one, Rena Noriega. She is one of our favorite ones. Now, she's not... Oh, we got the applause 3 times. She's local, indirectly local also. But she's the one who designed all 3 of our No Shade flyers, and now she's dope. Yeah,
she's dope. Cause y'all flyers be like, who's? I know Denley ain't making these. Who they got in the sweatshop, bro?
It's like, yo, hey, we need that flyer.
I'm going to see her.
And it's what's amazing is she gained so much notoriety and she took off. She's in Walmart now. She's done things with Apple. She's done with Old Navy. She's huge now, and and that's one thing again. Support your local artists because they don't forget.
Right.
Because once they get to that space, they could just blow you off. But there's certain local artists that, come back to their community and remember that person that, you gave me a chance and I'm gonna continue to work with you. And those are the people we love working with.
You said a mouthful right there. And this is important because people underestimate. I remember every single person, every single granting agency that was integral along the way in my development. So I know that must even be more so for the artist.
Yeah.
So if you're out here, and think about it, bro. We support celebrities that we will never even meet, bro.
Facts.
How much money have we spent on music, bags, and this and that, right? But we got people in our own community that if we put a fraction of that investment in, they won't forget.
They will never forget.
They'll never forget it, bro. And you're enhancing the livelihood of somebody in your community and not piling on to somebody that doesn't really need your support. So that's real, bro.
And that's great because I primarily only wear local clothing designers from, even you.
You gonna make me break down.
About to be stuck there a little bit, but yeah, I primarily do. I focus on like people like Filthy and Jason West, even like Hope Dealers. Even people stop me in. This is how popular this guy is. This guy, I'm in Orlando with my wife, and we just hanging out. We in the mall. This guy, elderly and gentleman, he stopped me in the middle. And said, "You know Ricky?" I'm like, I was scared. I had my hands up for a little bit. I was a little
take nothing from you, did he?
I was about to ask, but he was like, "Hope Dealers in the city." Yo, that talked to him for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you would think he's your brother, but that's the impact that I feel that we as a community leaders have to have, because we need that interaction to be like, want people to spread that word. Because we can't do nothing without y'all.
Exactly. And that helps us a lot, bro, because I can't tell you, like, our reputation precedes us, right?
Yeah.
When we're going into court to face a judge to help get a young man some mercy, or we're at the hospital, or we're in the community, because the people are wearing these shirts everywhere, there's this presence like, oh, this is real. Like, it legitimizes us in a way that I don't think we would have been legitimized in a way. So I don't want people to miss this, man. If there's a trend started right here, right now from Denley, it's we're local brands, bro. Now, I know many of y'all ain't budging on the shoes, and that's cool. But as far as the shirts, man, the hats, man, let's start investing into our local scene, man, and let's start supporting each other. So Denley did it first, bro.
But yeah, to go back to the artist, so Rana Noriega. That's a good one. T. Dangy.
Okay.
He is an Asian American, individual who's phenomenal with photography. And all right, just to be that guy. I know, right? I know. I'm taking my time. I'm being picky.
You got a lot, bro. Like, it's pressure.
Yeah, it's pressure.
Because you leave anybody out, they're like, "Hey, Denley, bro, I heard the podcast, bro. You couldn't throw it." So, and I probably just added some more pressure, but you better get it right, bro.
I know, right? All right, this last one is just gonna be off of, I would say, Photodom, and he's a guy that he's from Palm Beach. And he's the first black photography business owner. Like, he has a photography shop in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So he has the only black-owned photography shop in the
Wow.
and it's blown up. It's huge now. And he did an exhibit with us also. So yeah, So all the people that I announced, or I said, all done exhibits with us also.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is great.
That's amazing, bro. And I want to throw in my boy Dorian.
Dorian, yeah.
Trina and Anthony Burks. Yeah, Dolly.
Anthony Burks.
Yeah, man. But just like, I didn't think they were, like, when I was growing up, there was no like black artist, right? The artist was the art teacher. Right? Yeah. And she was white. So,
so I like how you put that.
So now, I mean, because think about it, like, when you think, like, we're cool, bro. Like, we are art, right? Yeah. So to not see us like putting spells on the canvas was like weird growing up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now, as an adult, like, our kids have access to men and women and who are like just doing something different, and showing them that creativity can be harnessed in many different ways.
Exactly, that's very true.
Yeah, now you touched on something. I want to give people kind of like a picture of the types of events that y'all have done in the past.
Okay.
Like, if you were to break down like Flavor's events and break them down into types, like, you got skating, you got the art exhibit, like, how would you break it down for people to understand the breadth of what y'all have brought to the community?
Let me start with our most consistent event and monthly event. Is called Call Collect. That is, Ricky knows about Call Collect. He in the back, too.
Every month, baby. Every month. I go get my little cigar.
Right, yep, in the back, chilling. No problems, just observing, making sure everything is copacetic.
Yep.
So that is our monthly R&B event held last Sunday of every month. Then we do another event that is more surrounded around Afro-Caribbean type of styles, called If You Know, You Know. That is... It's gonna continue again. We I'm sorry for our supporters that we haven't done it for a couple months, but That's another monthly event. Usually happens second Saturday of every month.
Got you.
And our, I would say quarterly or I would say biannually. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's called Scene, which I spoke about, which is our art exhibit, our local art exhibit, where we allow different artists to be able to showcase their work with a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
That's been going on for about 7+ years. And then we have Slide Through. Slide Through is our skating event.
Right.
We also felt like, you know, back in the days, I don't know if anybody been to the Palace or Atlantis. Those was the spots to be like, all right, then let me see if this fits right.
Yeah.
Or let me see if I could give me a little, a little baby. Man, I was too young, but I was getting a little girl or whatever.
You fall in love that little 1 hour at the skating rink. It's taking me back, bro.
Come on, and it's like literally, if you ever seen ATL and the Cascades, it's exactly like that. If you can't skate, get off the floor because they will run you over. I have been ran over many times. That's why I have trauma behind it. You don't see me on the skating rink. You were smooth. Ricky's good with it. He slides, but me, I'm like, let me not. I got too much PTSD behind this. Let me not do this. So that's our other biannual event that we hold. And then lastly, we have a we actually need to speak about our event that we usually started this year first time.
Yeah.
And that's Rock the Block. Definitely need to talk about that a little bit more.
Absolutely.
But before we get into that, then we have our annual premiere event called No Shade.
Yeah.
And then that is our festival.
Right. And that's coming up pretty soon, ain't it?
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon, and definitely excited about that. We're trying to bring something new to the community. You know, we don't have too much representation of ourselves, and a lot of these festivals that we tend to spend $200, $300 for for a weekend pass, and you waiting to see your act, and you don't feel as comfortable. So we want to give a different experience for everybody when you come in there.
Yeah, and now is the time. We see how trash Sunfest has been the last few years. Hey, please do not send this to nobody else. I will take the tickets. I'm just saying, this last year, I give my tickets away because it was that bad. Right?
It's pretty trash now.
And it's like, and then a lot of our people really don't feel like Sunfest is for us.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You look at the lineup, and you probably got like a Friday night act, and then the rest start and I get it, like West Palm Beach is bigger than us.
Yeah.
But where's our scene? So I appreciate y'all having a vision to see what many people were looking at these Sunfest lineups and complaining about.
Yeah.
You're coming like with a solution to that. So I've seen a lot of people complaining about Sunfest. And we ain't competing with Sunfest. We're just saying,
not at all.
For those looking for something that's more cultural, more safe, positive, a vibe, and something that supports our organization and the young men in our communities, Fla Var is where it's at.
Yeah, thank you. Especially we pride ourselves in also working with small businesses. You know, this year we are partnering up with ICI also to be our premier nonprofit. You know?
Oh, I ain't mean the womp, bro.
It's a bad thing.
I ain't mean the womp, bro. That was a
class. We're going to take that in post. But so we also work with small business food vendors, small businesses from art distributors and things like that or whatever. And we also do live podcasts there too.
Nice. So
we do a whole plethora of different things that is geared towards small businesses while you're enjoying yourself and everything like that. So you know the dollars circulating within our community.
Absolutely. So small businesses, y'all need to get at my boy.
Please.
And I want to point at something because I don't want people to miss it. I know I kind of made mention of it earlier, just the safety of the space, but I really want to go into why that's important. Like I'm from Tamara. I'm from the Dunbar Village Housing Projects, and I just moved between there and Pleasant City. So I'm from downtown. Yeah. And so growing up, anytime there was a gathering of us, it was only a matter of time before things got out of hand. Either a fight broke out that fight led to shootings. So there's just a lot of PTS, which is why I don't really go out in my own community anymore, because things are just so unpredictable, right? When me and Norm are out in the community at block parties, we're on point. You know, Norm's like, yo, watch him. Like we're hyper vigilant. So you're at this event to relax, but you can't relax because your lived experience has taught you better.
Yeah, that's true.
And the one thing I appreciate about what y'all do is that y'all enforce a certain standard, right? Where from everything you do, because it's not that y'all have like overwhelming security everywhere. It's not that, right? I think it's the fact that y'all understand that when y'all have people gather, the music you play plays a part, right? Your VJ, or is that what it's called? The person that's
your MC,
token renaissance, like who's out there and really just taking the vibe from one space to the next. And I know y'all had several guest hosts and things like that, and they all have been phenomenal, because when it's like that, you're not like, they say the idle mind's the devil's playground. That's anywhere, bro. If you're not there, bro, reminding people, bro, leave that out there, right? Take all the pride, the ego, bro. We all family. And y'all create such a great family vibe where when I'm there, bro, even if I'm looking for a girlfriend or whatnot, first and foremost, these are my sisters.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
I'm looking out for their protection first and foremost.
Exactly.
Right? And so, like, even the young men, bro, if someone steps on your shoe, it's, oh, my bad, like, it's just beautiful, bro. And you don't see that everywhere, bro. So I want to big you up, because what you're bringing to the culture is what's most needed, bro. Until we can play together, we ain't gonna be able to go to war together and for each other, bro. If I can't trust you to leave my cape and my shield at the door to come and vibe with you, how we gonna do the important stuff?
And that's very important. And that's that. I think that was our leading. That's what we led with. You know, because we realized what is the catalyst for most of these problems that we tend to encounter at events or activities, activations, is usually that PTSD or that space of just being, you know, confined, and then now you have this music that kind of promotes it, and then it's natural, a bomb is gonna blow inevitably. So we feel like we as Black people or people of color, and in general, all people, we've made great music that's positive, that can make you dance still. And especially if you mix it in with all these different, make it a gumbo, which we known to do. Why can't you just put that out, and you don't have to put an assumption or a blanket thing around people to assume they only like this type of music. You could give them a different type of flavor, hence the name, pun intended. But and we tried it, and we thought that, you know, Palm Beach may not be, and they are on it. They really appreciate it, you know? So, thank you again for understanding where we're going and seeing the vision. And I truly appreciate that.
Y'all created a standard, bro. No, I can't think of another group that's doing it like y'all, man. So keep leading the way.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about Rock the Block.
Rock the Block.
When you came to me with that a little while ago, I was like, bro, you looking out with this, man. Like what made you want to tell the people about Rock the Block, where it came from? Give the people a little background.
Let me give you a quick synopsis. So pretty much, we just truly level Ricky and Norm and everybody at the home team at ICI is doing. Like, of course, we've been approached and by other nonprofits, all types of cultures and stuff like that, to do collaborations and things like that. But just the honest, genuine person that you are, it just made it feel way more comfortable to just be like, why are we just gonna do something out of clout with somebody else, or why do it for some fiscal or monetary gain from somebody else? So it's like, why just do it with your brother or people that you know where this money is going, or you know where these people, like, what the purpose is. Why not just stick with them? So I approached you. I was like, what you think about this? And you was like, yeah, let's rock it. And then we did it. Yeah, we did choose the coldest day out of the month to do it.
God,
I've never
freezing,
felt that type of cold in my life. My toenails was freezing.
Like moving stuff around, trying to lift.
Gloves on. It was like, it was crazy. But it was still a great vibe and turnout. And love seeing, the biggest thing for me, and I just realized, is like, wow, seeing children smile in the city that you don't like. And as you told me, like Norm knows this area,
Yep.
and you know that area, and that park is usually infested by things
Drugs.
that is unfortunate that's plaguing our culture and our community. But nothing happened.
Yep. It
Like
was
everybody cleared out, and they just
beautiful,
chilled.
bro. Like, and that was the most beautiful thing, because I know what that park is like the rest of the year, and it's not like that. And it just shows you the potential of what can be. I think when we did that Rock the Block, it was like a vision of what could be, what should be, and what can be if we come together to make it so, man.
Exactly. And I think that's one thing that we have to continue. Of course, next year we have to have our conversations probably starting in November, but definitely think that we should do it bigger and better.
Absolutely.
It's time to be able to show the community that, look, we have a purpose. We want to give back, but at the same time, I want you to have a good time. Don't feel like it's a place just to give money and then you just be like, it's boring.
Bro.
It's a good vibe.
And that's beautiful, because you put us in touch with a demographic that I didn't even think I would have to engage, right? It's the younger, and it's a more than capable demographic.
Yeah.
I feel like if we can get the types of people that come to your events to care, we win.
Yeah.
Those are the soldiers right there, right? We don't charge our community, we don't charge the hood nothing for our services.
Yeah, for sure.
We work with the young men most likely to perpetrate or be victimized by gun violence. We're good in the hood, and because of my speaking ability, I got a PhD in white people. I'm good in their community. But connecting with our young people, man, who can be the lifeblood of making this giving our young people something better than the lie they've been sold through the street life. It's gonna take all hands on deck.
All hands, you know.
So I appreciate you, man, for partnering with us to make that so, bro. And this is only beginning, man. So are there any parting words you want to leave with the people? I just want to tell you right now, bro, there's going to be a part 2 to this.
Oh, we need
I've
that.
enjoyed this so much,
Me
bro.
too. Like, very enlightening.
After the festival, we're going to come back and talk about it. But till then, what parting thoughts would you like to leave with the people, man?
Okay. Parting words. Passion is everything. Passion without drive takes you nowhere. So I think you have to. What I tell the people is to be able to harness your passion and drive for it, and lean on your community as much as you can. Because if you're consistent, they won't let you down. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
That's real, bro. And how do people find you?
You could check us out. We primarily on IG. You could check us out at Flavor, FLA.VARS. You could get us also on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And also check out NoShadeFest.co and get to know us, and hopefully you can make it to the No Shade Fest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Y'all ever want to meet Denley or meet me out and have a good time, man, catch us at their next event. You can find it on the Instagram page.
Boom.
Denley, thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.